verse 19 again. Notice what he says here. He said, now therefore, he says, you are no longer, what? Strangers. So you know what a stranger is. So what he's telling you is that, listen, whatever he's getting ready to talk about, he's saying this is who you are no longer that. But he's saying that you are no longer a stranger. So a stranger is someone what? That doesn't feel comfortable in an atmosphere in which they are in, so to speak. So he said, now therefore you are no longer strangers. And then he says, really what he's saying, and you're no longer what? Foreigners. But he says, well, okay, so what am I? He says in this verse, but fellow what? Citizens. So now that brings some ownership, that brings some, I suppose, a be here. You know, so he said, but your fellow citizens, he says, with the saints and members of the household of God. Then he says, having been built on the foundation of what? Of the apostles and what else? The prophets. In other words, and I was telling you from the Message Bible, what he's saying here, there's a time, this 20th verse, that God used the apostles, he used the prophets, but now in these days he's saying he's using us. As what? But then he talks about how Jesus Christ is the chief cornerstone. But he's saying, so our message is going to be coming out of us, but our message should always be about the Lord Jesus Christ. And so our life should be a reflection of who he really is. So, why do I say that? Because Jesus Christ is not going to really come down and, introduce himself to us and say, okay, Elder J.K., I'm the Lord Jesus Christ. But he uses human instrumentality. God doesn't do anything today in this earth realm apart from man. And that's the thing that we have to understand. So a lot of times folks will say, well, Roger Breedlove said this or said that. Well, I'm just a mouthpiece for God. So someone said, well, I might not agree with that. Well, you're not disagreeing with me. You're disagreeing with God, with the Word of God. So as long as I'm using principles and coming out of the Bible and giving us everyday life situations or practical applications, then you say, okay, I can see that. I can see the principle in there. And so it's about really, as God paints these pictures, he's telling us who we really are.